Fall, right? So, good morning, everyone. My name is Kristina Cruz of Cruzin2Health. Intentional with my last name being in the name of my business. So, what I'm going to talk about today is this journey actually started 2 years, so the end of 2017. And I'll share a little bit about how it came to be, how Cruzin2Health came to be. I am the owner and founder. I am a certified wellness, life and mindset coach, but the journey starts actually way early on. I have a massive long history in corporate healthcare of 16 years, and then from that developed from corporate healthcare developed into teaching. And it was actually when I was teaching at a JC for their medical program, for their medical assisting program. I was gifted the opportunity to come and speak, as I am with you today, and the medical director said, you know what, you actually credential out. We would love for you to be an instructor for our JC. So that opportunity came out of nowhere, and that is where I actually found my passion in teaching to follow this sub-passion, which is now all the passion and love of what I do for coaching. I didn't know that I had this gift that everybody keeps telling me about. I thought I was just me doing me, because I think along the lines of life, we try to just be authentic in that, right? Just live life, do what you do. And if you help people along the way, great, right? Never actually wanting something in return. But when you find clarity in, you know, I think this can actually be a thing, and a thing that can help the masses, and a thing that could be lucrative in some way or form or fashion, and not just monetary, but affecting lives and being that pebble that starts that ripple in the water, so to speak. I'm a huge analogy person, so you might hear a few of those. But if you can be that start, why not, right? So I took the chance on the why not part. So went to school, found a school that would be ICF certified, so International Coaching Federation, so not just for health and nutrition, because I already have that background in healthcare, but also to be certified in the overall stuff in holistic care and functional health and things of that nature. So more, still sciencey, but more holistic, right? So the overall person, the overall situation, if you're speaking to a group, things of that nature. So, little quote on the side there. I'm huge on cultivating and fostering. So cultivating next level you, shining life into your light. Huge believer, because I didn't believe it in myself for a very long time, that everyone has a light, but it's dimmed by others, and your shine or your special spark is always there, but it's dimmed by everybody else telling you what you should be doing, what you could be doing, and on this sense and essence of not wanting to advise and help and inquire, but you get the questioning and, you know, are you sure you should be doing this? Are you sure you have an audience for this? And that's why we do test markets, and that's why we talk to people and engage and network, is to actually find out if what your thing is a thing for more people other than you, right? So I'm going to actually skip down to this bottom bullet here. Discover how to mind your business when others are butting in. And once I worked through that curve and started just believing in what I have to offer in my craft of coaching others, not just in health and wellness, but in overall mindset, that's when things started happening for me. And I wasn't asking for it, and I wasn't looking for it. It actually came in building relationships and networking with people like Dan and SBDC now, and investing in myself and not being afraid to invest in myself. So right now, how I see me paying myself is that investment. So for example, instead of working from home with my little one, I said I'm going to invest in some office space. So I paid for a year of office space early in February. And I was like, we're just going to do this. And I'm going to work from this office space. This is my office. I do that out in Yuba City. So I live out there in Yuba City at Wide Awake Geek. Chuck and Ricky have been huge supporters of what I do, because that's what they support, is the entrepreneurial spirit, and also people that are just looking to level up. So in that, investing in myself, that too has connected me to other creative minds, which allows me to then fuel my fire to learn more and engage more, right? I do a lot of my work is because I help others become a master of habit change in themselves so that they can level up in their own way, whether it is health and fitness or in the job or in life, or, you know, everybody's like, oh, you're a mom, so you're a mommy coach. And I was like, no, I'm a coach that happens to be a mom. I can do a lot of other things too, right? And then also I help folks find clarity in their confusion. And that's such a small bullet for a very broad subject matter, because confusion can be anywhere from not wanting to take the leap of investing in yourself, but also once I do this, where's the doubt and the worry coming from, right? Who's gonna help me if I'm not helping myself? The little joke that I made about me clapping up for myself. You know, if we do that silently, that is also something that I've helped, and I want to, you know, reach others and have them clap it up for themselves, because it's not always gonna work, right? And we're gonna fail, and that's okay. And I'm okay with pushing forward, and that's me. And how do I hope to reach the masses? Not duplicating me. I want to find other people that are creative and are leveling up in their own way and have something to offer the masses as well. I actually brought Bree with me. She's a fellow creative entrepreneurial spirit. She has 3 ventures of her own, and she's the one who took that fancy photo right there. She has a photography business. So thank you all for hearing me out today. Thank you.
So I guess our first question for you is,
please,
how can the group help you?
Actually, just being here today and being present is actually a huge help. Connecting with others in whatever it is that you're doing really does help for exposure. I get to hear what you folks are doing and have a few minutes to share a little bit about what I'm doing. So if you know someone who, or even yourself, you want to have a chat, sign up for one of my workshops that I do, I mean, that would be great. So just the connecting and networking and the exposure is actually really nice. You don't know how much this is actually doing for me. It fuels my fire to help more people. So you're doing it, Dan.
And I wanted to tell you, great job, Dana. We just scheduled you yesterday afternoon.
Oh,
so.
Now everybody knows. No, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
She filled a hole for us when we had a last minute.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I have a question.
Please, Dan.
How long have you been doing this? And I noticed in some of our conversations before, you talked about like being able to charge folks for what you're doing.
Oh, can you talk about how much? Okay, yes.
Yeah, can you talk a little bit about like when it started, like that struggle of, hey, I'm providing this service, and you know, I know that I'm giving of myself and giving my time.
Yes.
How did you take that and be able to make a living?
Yeah.
So that you can keep doing it? Like, what was it like whenever you approached the customer at first, and what did the customer say? Did they have any reservations, and who was your customer?
Yes, and who was
all of that.
Okay. Thank you. So who my customer was? At first, it was not friends and family, because those were the people who were very adamant about not wanting to see me do well, and not in a hateful way. It was actually, I attested to it was coming from a place of love. It sounds weird, but you know, they look at there like, girl, you think people are gonna pay you to talk to you? And I'm like, you'd be surprised. So it was not friends and family. It was actually former students, so the college age to the busy professional. Those were my clients in the beginning. And I sustained a living for me and my son, and he's young, y'all. He's only 3, like he just turned 3. But I did this, taking a chance on myself, etc., because I was like, teaching is great, but it was paying very well. But I was actually starting to get paid through workshops at first. And I was able to do this, like I said, I was at the end of 2017 for a year and a half. And then I actually have I'm a W-2 employee for a coffee company, but folks, I thought that was a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because it helps me to seed the dream. So, can I answer that 5-year question? Who asked that? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I want to answer that, if I may.
Okay.
Okay, because I want to break ground. I want to break ground on my own building in 5 years. Super ambitious, but I think just having that right mindset, I think that's going to help. And the struggle as far as like being paid, not being paid, it was really, the one-on-one coaching is great, but it was the other like-minded people who were like, I want to do something for my office. I want you to come and speak to said group. How about this? It was other like-minded people who wanted that for more people, right? So it was a struggle, Dan. It was a struggle because the one-on-one coaching is more profitable, but I was getting a lot more value out of the many more people that could be exposed and who wanted that for themselves. No one has to sit there and listen to you, as my family would say. So the fact that people were wanting to pay for my services and still do, you know, and focus has shifted. So part of me really wanting to accept being here today was I need to get back in that jam, y'all, because working the W-2 job, working that 9 to 5, it's kind of pulled me away, you know? So this is actually refueling that flame to be back in it, please.
So how are you marketing your services?
So social is really huge for what I do. And the only reason why is because the word of mouth is the second part of that. But social media has been a huge asset to me. And then, again, being in front of people.
Are you doing any paid advertising on social media?
No.
Or anything with AdWords? I don't know.
I'm studying that now. So like hashtags and things like that, that's something that I'm super diving into, and Bree is actually helping me a lot with that. Everybody wanted to be my friend at the beginning, y'all, because I had this wealth of knowledge, so everybody just wants to be a friend. And I had to separate myself. Like if I'm gonna have my business, you know, what's that happy medium? So I started marketing myself differently, right? So not always just being the friend and the bestie, but I'm gonna be your bestie and hold you accountable, and we're gonna work together in that way and have that type of relationship. Because it ends up being a relationship, right? Because I'm okay if they hate me one day and text me the next day saying, I feel phenomenal, right? So the social media aspect has been a blessing to me.
And I wish you had a Twitter account just so I could tag you in my
tweets. So somebody just told me that like last week.
Even if you just hold it, hold the name so somebody else doesn't take it. But please. I don't know how much business, Twitter now seems to be like for thought leaders. So it would be like a good place for you to express, talk about that kind of stuff. But I think a lot of your target audience is probably on Instagram and Facebook.
Thank you so much for the note, because you voicing that about Twitter is actually validation that I just need to do.
I love saying this. I'm old school because I like Twitter.
No. Twitter's great. Twitter's great.
Are you writing LinkedIn articles to follow on what we're saying?
So you know what? I revamped my LinkedIn because I set one up when I was 16. So
that's amazing, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. So I did that, and then I revamped it when I was 25 because I was having that career change, and then I just did right now. Because LinkedIn, honestly, I wasn't seeing it as a resource or a tool. And now, I feel like I'm about to be all about LinkedIn, and now all about Twitter, because I have a steady, you know what, y'all, and like steady following on Instagram and now and Facebook with content, but time to get creative. So I'm hoping being here, I'm gonna suck some creativity out of y'all. Any other questions? Yes. Please, either.
Just real quick, when you do get your Twitter or LinkedIn things, please come back to me because I can retro put them on as well.
Wonderful, thank you.
I can tag your stuff. Yeah.
Thank you. It's amazing. Thank you. Yeah.
So I was just wondering, you said your target customer is like college age and professional?
College and busy professionals.
Okay.
Yeah, that's who seek me out. I love that. but everything that you were doing as far as like art therapy is very similar to what happens during coaching sessions too.
I feel like you could possibly work together on some
collab.
Yes, like if you're interested in doing.
I'm so interested.
Okay,
I'm so interested. Thank you. All right.
I have one thing.
Please.
Actually, a quick question for the group. Of the entrepreneurs in the group, do you find yourself like having to take side hustles just so you can like work on the main hustle? I do a lot. I think we all do, right? And I feel we don't talk about that enough.
Can we talk about it?
Let's talk about it. Like,
can I talk about this morning?
Totally.
I'm not talking.
Yeah. That's actually a great thing. Yeah. How do you manage that, and how are you like
internally?
How do you balance that? How do you put it in perspective so that you can't keep going, and the negative voice back here?
So the second slide, right? Like, mind your own business. You are butting in. So, this morning, everyone. So super challenging. I was about to get in the car to go, and I had someone who owns their own business. I had somebody. So you know when there's tangents of jealousy, but you don't want to see it that way. You want to view it as like, dang, I want to help them out because now they're feeling some type of way. Well, unfortunately, that's kind of what happened. So, I'm gonna go there. So, this is still my business. Yeah. I am my walking business, and if I don't represent myself accordingly and push through what I'm like helping others to do, what am I doing? You know? And for me, how do I push through that is I've worked really hard, not just in the gym, but outside the gym, meditation, life. I've done all of those things to help me in those moments. And honestly, guys, go back to your toolkit, because it's very, very often we don't go back to our toolkit, right? We learn all these things, we go to school, we have these network sessions, and we don't resource back to our toolkit. So I had to dig deep in my toolkit this morning and not take offense to it and understand that this is so not a me thing. This is so a you thing. And I love you anyways, but I'm gonna go do me for an hour because I just realized this past week, it's okay to be a W-2, but you can also be a 1099, and you can also be your own, and you can also be a freelance, and you can also be all those things, and it still be okay. And just stop butting in, because I'm minding my business, and I'm getting clarity in my confusion, and that's what helped me this morning. So thank you for allowing me to share that.
Thanks, Kristina.
I think I needed it more than y'all thought I did, than I thought I did. So thank you.
Any more questions for Kristina?
No crying.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Here's a woman who like is her business.
Yeah.
That's inspirational. Thank you very much.
Horrible, but so good, right?
Oh,